New GPT 5.5 update is insane. I want you to think about the last time you used AI. You typed a prompt, gave you something, you fixed it, you reprompted, you copied the output, you went and did the next step yourself. That's not AI doing the work. That's you doing the work with an expensive autocomplete. GPT 5.5 just changed that. This is the first model where you hand it a goal and it actually sees it through. A babysitting, a reprompting. It figures out what needs to happen and it does it. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in practice, what the numbers say, and how to start using it today. Let's get into it. Here's what most people don't know yet. 7 weeks ago, GPT 5.4 dropped. It was March 5th. April 23rd, GPT 5.5. 7 weeks later. And this isn't just a version bump. Every model from GPT 5.1 through 5.4 was built on the same foundation. Same base architecture, same core training, different tuning, different refinements, but the same underlying model underneath. GPT 5.5 is trained from scratch. It's a fully retrained base model since GPT 4.5. That matters more than it sounds. Because when you retrain a base model, you're not just improving the outputs, you're changing how the model approaches problems at a fundamental level. OpenAI President Greg Brockman told reporters what is really special about this model is how much more it can do with less guidance. It can look at an unclear problem and figure out just what needs to happen next. That's the whole point of GPT 5.5. It's guidance, or output. The AI actually finishes things. Let me give you a real example of what that looks like before we get into anything technical. OpenAI's own communications team used GPT 5.5 through Codex, OpenAI's agentic coding tool, to process 6 months of speaking request data. The engineering team. Communications. The model built a scoring and risk framework from scratch and automated low-risk approval decisions, start to finish. The code written by a human, those step-by-step instructions, just a goal and an AI that figured out how to get there. That is what changes with GPT 5.5. It's not just better answers, it's actual task completion. And if the communications team at OpenAI is using it this way, people who are not developers, that tells you something important about where this is headed. Now, the benchmarks. Terminal Bench 2.0, which tests complex command line workflows that require planning, tool use, and iteration. GPT 5.5 scores 82.7%. Claude Opus 4.7 is at 69.4%. Gemini 3.1 Pro is at 68.5%. That's a 13-point gap. That's not close. SWE Bench Pro, resolving real GitHub issues across 4 programming languages. GPT 5.5 scores 58.6%, and it does it in fewer passes than previous models. GDP-Val knowledge work tested across 44 different occupations, things like spreadsheets, reports, presentations, and data analysis, it scores 84.9%. OS World Verified, which tests whether a model can actually operate real computer software on its own, it hits 78.7%. GPT 5.5 Pro scores 90.1% on BrowseComp. That's a benchmark for finding hard-to-locate information across the web. Gemini 3.1 Pro sits at 85.9% on the same test. It's currently ranked number 1 on the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. Here's the thing that surprised me most. All of this, and it runs at the same speed as GPT 5.4. Getting smarter usually means getting slower. Not this time. It also completes the same Codex tasks using significantly fewer tokens, so it's more efficient even when the tasks get complex. Let's talk about Codex because this is the application that shows GPT 5.5 at its best. Codex is OpenAI's agentic coding environment. You give it a task in plain language, point it at a code base, and it goes to work, reading files, writing code, running tests, catching errors, fixing them, and iterating until the job is done. GPT 5.5 just became the model powering it. The scale of adoption here is worth noting. More than 85% of OpenAI employees now use Codex every week, just engineers across departments, and about 4 million developers are using it weekly outside of OpenAI. Context window is 400,000 tokens. That means Codex can hold an enormous amount of information at once, entire code bases, full project histories, and not lose the thread while working through long tasks. New version can also interact with web apps directly. It clicks through pages, tests user flows, captures screenshots, and adjusts based on what it finds. Combine that with the recent Mac update that added computer use capabilities, and you're looking at a model that can operate your computer like a person would. Here's where it gets interesting. Demos. GPT 5.5 was used to build full applications from scratch with nothing but a prompt as input. Space mission planning app, not a prototype. Functioning tool. The model planned the architecture, wrote the code, connected all the components, tested them, and produced something usable. Earthquake tracker that pulls live data, processes it, and presents it visually. GPT 5.5 handled the API research, the integration, the error handling, and the interface design, all of it end to end. Dungeon game and a 3D game. Model iterated autonomously across extended sessions, fixing bugs, improving mechanics, building out features without needing a human to direct every step. The common thread across all of these. You describe what you want and the model figures out how to build it. That's a genuinely different experience from anything we had before. So how do you actually use this in your work right now? Start with research tasks that have multiple steps. Stop searching, reading, summarizing, and compiling notes manually. Give GPT 5.5 a research goal, let it browse and synthesize, and get structured output back. 90.1% browse comp score tells you it can find things that are genuinely hard to locate. Use it for debugging complex code bases. If you're a developer, previous models constantly lost track of context in large repos. GPT 5.5 holds the thread, reasons through ambiguous failures, and keeps going. This changes the debugging workflow significantly. Use it for knowledge work at scale. Reports, presentations, data analysis across spreadsheets. The 84.9% GDP val score across 44 occupations is not abstract. It means the model is genuinely capable across a wide range of professional tasks. Use Codex for long-running agentic tasks. Give it a natural language description, point it at your repository, and let it handle the execution, file reads, edits, test runs, iteration across sessions that can cover what would normally take a person many hours. And pay attention to the computer use capability. Clicking through interfaces, filling forms, operating web apps. If you have workflows that involve repetitive manual steps on a computer, this is where GPT 5.5 starts handling those steps for you. Here's the thing I keep coming back to with all of this. 7 weeks. GPT 5.4 to GPT 5.5. 7 weeks. Before this, major model releases happened every 6 to 12 months. They're happening every few weeks, and each one is a meaningful jump, not just a marketing update. That pace is only going to accelerate, which means the gap between people who stay current on these tools and people who don't is going to keep widening. Knowing what GPT 5.5 can do is step one. Actually building it into how you work is what matters. So where does that leave you? GPT 5.5 is live right now in ChatGPT and Codex for Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise users. Benchmarks put it ahead of every competitor on the tasks that matter for real complex work. The adoption inside OpenAI itself, 85% of employees using Codex weekly, tells you this isn't a demo. It's a production tool. The shift from AI as something you prompt to AI as something that completes work on your behalf. That's what GPT 5.5 represents. And the best time to start using it is right now.